Hello, and welcome to Connecting Software in Action. Today we will show you how to set up a Dynamics 365 integration with SharePoint. In this video, we'll guide you through a step-by-step tutorial on moving documents stored in Microsoft Dynamics 365 CE to Microsoft SharePoint. You'll learn how to seamlessly connect the two platforms and transfer your important files with ease. Let's get started. First, head over to your Dynamics 365 dashboard. In the top right corner, click on Settings, then select Advanced Settings. Quick tip: if you don't see the Advanced Settings option, double-check that you're logged in with admin privileges. Next, in the left panel, scroll down and click on Document Management under the System section. From here, choose Configure Server-Based SharePoint Integration. A setup wizard will slide in from the right side of your screen to guide you through the integration process. Click Next to continue. Now, specify your SharePoint site location. Indicate if your SharePoint is online or on-premises. The SharePoint integration can connect to both. You can even connect to multiple SharePoint sites, but please note that they must all be either online or all on-premises. For this demo, we will select Online. Click Next. Now, enter the URL for your SharePoint integration site. Simply open your SharePoint site's main page and copy the URL from the address bar. Paste your SharePoint site's address here. Be sure it starts with HTTP or HTTPS and does not end with file extensions like .aspx or .svc. Once entered, click Next. On the validation status screen, Dynamics 365 will verify your SharePoint site URL. Once you see the message that validation was successful, click Next to proceed. Click Next again, and finally click Done to finish the setup. Once the SharePoint integration is complete, let's set up your document management. Start by clicking on Document Management Settings in the Document Management area. A setup wizard will appear to guide you through the configuration. In the first step, choose the entities you want to enable for document management. Check the boxes for your desired entities, then click Next. Enter your SharePoint site URL and click Validate URL. Once you see confirmation that your URL is valid, click Next. On the Select Folder Structure step, you can define how your documents will be organized. You have three main options. First, if you leave the Based on Entity checkbox unchecked, folders will not be automatically created in SharePoint. If you check the Based on Entity checkbox and select Account, the structure will use Account as the primary folder, with subfolders created for each account name. Alternatively, if you choose Contact, the structure will use Contact as the main folder, with subfolders created for each contact name. These are the standard options. However, there is also an alternative approach that lets you fully customize your folder structure with tailored rules and even automate the creation of standardized folders. We will introduce this option later in the video. When you've made your selection, click Next to continue. Click Finish and wait while Dynamics 365 creates the document libraries in SharePoint. Once the process is complete, click Close to exit the setup. Now, let's see how your new SharePoint integration works in practice. Start from your Dynamics 365 dashboard. In the left panel, navigate to Contacts under the Customers section. Select a contact from the list and then go to the Files tab. You'll now see the associated Documents grid. All SharePoint files related to this contact appear here. You can open, upload, and manage SharePoint files directly from Dynamics 365. Let's open one of these documents. It loads straight from SharePoint, so you're always working with the latest version. Now let's switch to SharePoint and look at a side-by-side view. On the left is SharePoint, and on the right is Dynamics 365. Open one of the SharePoint contact folders. You'll see a folder that matches the contact's name, containing the same documents you saw in Dynamics 365. With this integration, any changes or new documents are instantly available on both platforms. This makes it easy for teams to work together, store files, and keep everything organized. whether they're in Dynamics 365 or SharePoint. Now that your integration is set up, there are 4 key areas to address to ensure your solution is complete and truly optimized. 1. Security permissions. By default, all users can access every document in SharePoint because the integration does not respect Dynamics 365 security roles. This creates a significant security risk. With CB Dynamics 365 to SharePoint Permissions Replicator, your Dynamics 365 permissions are automatically mirrored in SharePoint, supporting the full Dynamics 365 security model. The solution runs continuously in the background, keeping access rights up to date as roles change or team members are added or removed. 2. Folder structure. The standard setup limits you to simple structures based on account or contact. With SharePoint Structure Creator, you can define flexible, customized folder structures using your own rules. It also helps prevent hitting Microsoft's unique permissions limits, ensuring scalability as your data grows. 3. Productivity. Out of the box, Dynamics 365 does not provide an intuitive way to drag and drop files, and users can only upload one file at a time, which leads to extra steps and inefficiencies. With drag and drop and metadata for Dynamics 365 CE, users can upload multiple files at once, drag and drop them directly into Dynamics 365, and update SharePoint metadata without switching platforms, making document management significantly faster and more seamless. 4. Storage optimization. Even when documents are stored in SharePoint, attachments are still saved in Dynamics 365 and Dataverse by default, consuming valuable storage. CB Dynamics 365 Seamless Attachment Extractor automatically moves those attachments to SharePoint, reducing storage costs without changing the user experience in any way. Users won't even notice it's there. Now that these 4 areas are addressed, your Dynamics 365 and SharePoint integration becomes far more powerful. Users can easily find what they need, processes become more efficient, and access is properly controlled across the organization. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or would like to see how these solutions can support your business, we're here to help you get the most out of your integration. Contact us at office@connecting-software today.